my name is Michael Hayer. Now I want to explain about the material about pragmatics. So pragmatic is a branch of linguistics that examines how context influences meaning in communication. Unlike semantics, which focuses on literal meanings, pragmatics explores implicit implicit meanings and how speakers and listeners and non-listeners
Dulu nanya dulu.
interpret messages based on context. And both linguistic and non-linguistic context are critical in pragmatic analysis. So we move to the definition of pragmatics. So pragmatics is the study of how meaning is conveyed and interpreted in actual communication. According to Yule on 1996, pragmatic is the study of meaning as communicated by a speaker and interpreted by a listener. It includes the following aspect. Uh, One is a contextual meaning. The meaning depending on the situation. So number two, implicature. The hidden meaning not explicitly stated by the speaker. Number three, presupposition. Information assumed to be true by the speaker. Number four, speech acts. The function of language in communication, such as commanding, questioning, or promising. Number five, the last one is deixis. Words that depends on context, such as this, that, here, and there. Okay, we move on to the key concept in pragmatics. The first one is a context. Context is a fundamental element in pragmatics and determines the interpretation of messages. Uh, there's a linguistic context and situational context. And the linguistic context is the words of sentences preceding and following a statement. For example, he is a genius. The meaning is could be a serious or sarcastic depending on prior statements. And for the situational context, the external factor like time, place, social relationships, and culture. For example, can you open the door? This is a request in one situation might be a challenge in another. The second one is implicature. Implicature refers to additional meanings understood by the listener but not explicitly stated. Grice introduced this concept through the cooperative principle and conversational maxims. And there is four maxim. Uh, the first one is a maxim of quantity. It provides enough information. The second one is maxim of quality. It provides truthful information. And the third one is maxim of relevance. It provides relevant information. And the fourth one is maxim of manner. It avoid ambiguity. It avoid ambiguity. For example, A say, "Do you want to go to the party?" And B answer it, "I have a lot of work to do." That means B response implies they cannot go without directly saying no. Number three is a speak X. So there's a theory called Austin and Searle's theories. It divided speak X into three levels. Number one is locutionary act. The the act of uttering words. For example, close the door. And number two is illocutionary act, the intention behind the utterance. For example, a command to close the door. And the third is a perlocutionary act, the effect on the listener. For example, the listener actually closed the door. Number four is they exist. Deixis refers to words or phrases whose meanings rely on context. There's three deixis. The first one is person deixis, like I, you, she, he. The second one is place deixis, like here, there. The third one is time deixis, like now, then, tomorrow, next month, next week. For example, I'll meet you there tomorrow. That means depends on understanding who I and you are, the place referred to us there, and the time tomorrow. And number five is a presupposition. Uh, Presupposition involves assumption or beliefs considered true by speaker and listener. For example, have you stopped smoking? This presupposes that the listener smoked before. I'm gonna give you an example and how we use pragmatics in everyday life. The first one in an informal conversations. Pragmatics is often used to convey implicit meanings in daily interactions. For example, A, A said, "Are you coming to the meeting?" And B answered, "Do I have a choice?" That means B uses the irony to imply the feel obligated to attend. Number two, humor and sarcasm. Many jokes and sarcasm depend on pragmatic implicature. For example, "Oh, great, another meeting." The literal meaning is positive, but pragmatics reveal it as a complaint. Number three is formal interactions. In formal settings like job interview or presentation, understanding pragmatics ensures effective communications. For example, the interviewer said, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" That question implies interest in long-term goals and ambitions. I think that's all that I could explain about the pragmatics material. So thank you for watching.